spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equals. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jack.
What up, Laker fam? It's your boy DTLF back on another pregame live stream. Boy, we got a big one for y'all today, man. Game 2 of the semifinals, man. Lakers with a golden opportunity here. All right, a purple and golden opportunity to go up 2-0 on the series heading back home. That would be insane. A lot of people expect us to lose today. There are some cons, but there's definitely some pros. The pros to tonight's matchups are obviously we have all the size advantages, and they hit us with everything they could as far as shooting point shots wise, and we still figured out a way to win game 1. Now, game 2 is going to be a lot different, Laker family. But how y'all doing? Before I get into all of that, man, hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully you guys are ready. What's your game time snack, man? I want to hear you guys sound off in the comment section. What are you guys going to grub on, or snack on during the game? That's what I want to know. I appreciate that, Loki. Thank you, bro. Yeah, you know what? This is a great point. I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to bring it up. My man said, got to deal with Eric Lewis. Eric Lewis, a.k.a. the Celtic fan ref. Got to worry about him. Remember, he's the one that swallowed the whistle when Jason Tatum slapped LeBron in the wrist. And he's also been very questionable, as far as his reffing goes. But I love the energy. That's right, Tasia. We going 2-0. Let's get it. Warriors are going to adjust. Hopefully we can on the fly. Yes, the Warriors have to adjust. Listen, here's the thing, right? The Lakers are not under pressure. This is a pressure-free game for the Lakers. We did our part. We came here for the split. Now, if we really want to get greedy, and that should be the theme tonight, get greedy, get this dub, then we got to take care of business. Of course, they're going to adjust. What I'm expecting, though, is for poor officiating. I think officiating is going to be horrible tonight because, obviously, they're not going to want the Lakers to go up 2-0. The beautiful thing about basketball, though, if you play a good game, even through poor officiating, you're going to be able to get through it and potentially maybe even get a win. So we just want to be right there within the fourth quarter. If we're within single digits, we have a great chance of winning this game tonight. Y'all said cheesecake. What up, dog? He said 2 fouls on AD in the first quarter conspiracy. That's very possible. I do think that we're going to have to adjust because low-key Steve Kerr was sucking up to the officials saying they did a great job in this and that. We all know what that's all about, right? I'm going to be grubbing on Wingstop. That's what's up, Justin. That's always a great choice, man. Their ranch is to die for. That's some of the best ranch around, man. That buttermilk. Oof. Chicharrones. Buffalo Wild Wings. BB Dubs. Warriors shot lights out last game. They can't do it again. Or can they? Even if they do, I think the Lakers' game plan has to be to continue to play through Anthony Davis, keep feeding the beast inside. We're going to need LeBron to be just a little bit more aggressive if we want to have a chance to win tonight. As far as he settled, he was 1 for 8 from beyond the arc. I need him to have about 6 threes max, right? And they got to be open ones. I don't like the little jab step, or step back 3 unless he's in a rhythm tonight. What I really want to see, though, is the Lakers are going to have to, obviously the rotations and everything got to be on point, but the Lakers are going to have to weather the storm because Golden State, this is a sense of urgency game for them. They're going to come out here trying to fire on all cylinders. I'm sure Steve Kerr is concocting a plan to try to get Steph Curry even more open, get Clay even more open, and Jordan Poole, etc. Don't be shocked if you guys see some form of a lineup where Andrew Wiggins is playing the 5 at some point on the court, and they go extremely small with all kinds of guards, Gary Payton, the second or the third or whatever, Wiggins, Clay, and Curry. Like, they can go with an all-guard, one-wing lineup. They can do that. They can even try Draymond at the 5. Just try to go smaller because they probably felt like they found something in the last quarter when they came back. They went on a 14-0 run. So they're probably going to build off of that, right? If I was their coach, I'd be showing them that. But if you're the Lakers, you cannot get rattled. You can't go away from your game plan. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot get into a 3-point shooting matchup with this team because you're not going to win it, right? That's not our strength. Our strength is defense and slashing. And that's how we have to play. I want to see more of a 2-man game between Anthony Davis and LeBron James. I want to see the role players continue to step up and play. Whoever, remember this is also a key to the whole series, not just tonight's game. Whoever Steph Curry is guarding has to be aggressive. Whether you make or you miss shots, you have to make this man work on the defensive end. Get him tired. If you can't post him up, that's even better. If they ever switch out and LeBron or AD got Curry on him, barbecue chicken alert. Take him with you. Grab him, throw him on, and match Draymond Green's backpack and take him to the rim. Jose, what's up, brother? He said, at work, DTLF, go Lakers. My son likes the Warriors, so it's great. Lakers all the way. Oh, man, yeah. That's the problem. I feel like the Warriors are the modern day generation's team, okay? Meaning because they won so much in their era, that's what they think greatness looks like. But they're confused. Wait till they see the Lakers start winning again. They're going to, switch up real quick. So he said, don't be surprised if the Lakers win again tonight. Screaming A. Smith and the haters will go crazy tomorrow. I don't know. He said, I don't know. Something telling me the Lakers might win again. Oh, the Lakers are listen, there's a great potential for the Lakers to win. But what we cannot do is come out here lackadaisical with the effort. I thought Coach Darvingham told them after the game there was a clip out there. Great motivational speaker. He told them they can't relax. Do not exhale. The series is not over. It's just getting started. Do not get settled for one win. Got to come out here and get greedy. That's been the slogan all year long, especially after we traded Westbrook. And we'll get into that right now. But look, bottom line is this, man. This Laker team is the better team in the series, but we have to act like it. We cannot come out here entitled and be like, oh, we just won one game. We're good. We're going to go back home and take care of business. Anything can happen. You never know if injuries occur. Foul trouble can change the series. So anytime you have an opportunity to go up 2-0, you have to try to capitalize on that. I understand that they're good, overall team. They have championship pedigree, but so do we. And we've been battle tested for these road situations, and it showed game one. We withstood the barrage of three-pointers. Now, tonight, I'm sure there's going to be another one, but I like the Lakers' mindset. They come out here, they play to their advantages. They lock up on defense. Shout out to Vando, by the way. I stick by what I said. There was some pushback on that, but I stick by what I said. Vanderbilt, to me, is the new best perimeter defender in the league. Yes, I'll take him over Drew Holiday because of his length, athleticism, and youth. He got all that over Drew. What is Drew, 30 now? So he's about to start declining while Vandal's just getting started. I'll take him over almost any defender really in the perimeter. Now in the paint, we got Anthony Davis. He got to continue to do his thug thizzle, man. He got to do his thing. Listen, Anthony Davis was disrespected. All right, minimal votes on Defensive Player of the Year, no votes on MVP because he missed a couple of games, but so did everybody else. And I think he's on a tear because even some fans were turning on him, calling him soft and all this and that. So he's got a big chip on his shoulder. I'm talking Frito-Lay size chip. Like he got the whole company on his shoulder, and he got to make sure that he proves himself. Listen, it's a golden opportunity for him to finally take the keys like from LeBron as far as being the team leader and being the best player on the team. And he's done that so far in this playoffs. Now, I find it ironic that I watched a little bit of sports takes today, and everybody was not believing in AD, saying that he has one good game and one bad game. Well, here's an opportunity for him to say, shut up. I've been having all the good games because defensively is where I've been leading, and offensively, I'll take what they can give me. So if he can go off tonight, that'll be great because then all of a sudden these pundits and their little fake narratives, their little false accusations of him being inconsistent and all of that will go away, right? So let's hope Anthony Davis shows up. He is the key to this team moving forward. Now, LeBron James, as of right now, still the best player because his basketball IQ is so high because he doesn't force stuff and he allows the team to get off. But I do feel like we are witnessing the passing of the torch throughout these playoffs, and I hope it continues. I don't want to have to eat my words as far as that goes. So, AD, prove me right, brother. Keep doing your thing. Very proud. Laker Nation is really proud of what Anthony Davis has done, even if ESPN, First Take, and Fox and all these networks don't give him the props he deserves, right? So, let's keep it going. Now, officiating. Eric Lewis, man, he's on the staff tonight. Y'all know how I feel about him. The last man, every time he officiates, it's all bad, right? So we got to watch out for officiating. They're probably going to call all the ticky-tacks in favor of them, especially because we're up 1-0, and the NBA probably wants to extend this series as best as they can. So it's going to take a damn near perfect game from the Lakers. They got to stay aggressive, not turn the ball over, because every time they turn the ball over, here comes Golden State getting some wide-open shots, right? So we cannot turn the ball over. And then there was some reverse psychology done by Coach Steve Kerr, right? Some sucking up to their officials. Oh, they've done a great job, but low-key, their fans are crying about all the foul calls. Listen, bottom line is this. 3-point shooting teams should not get foul calls because they're a finesse team, no matter how you see it. They're a shooting team. A slashing team like the Lakers, we're number one in drawing fouls all season long because we get to the rim. And matter of fact, we only get probably like 2/3 of the calls we should be getting. There's a lot that gets swept under the rug. So don't let these these fair weather Warrior fans convince you that we're getting calls undeservedly. No, they're still missing calls. So we'll take what we can get, but it's up to Lakers. Stay aggressive. Don't get rattled. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the officials are gonna try to be the sixth man for Golden State tonight. But if we play right, we play together, and we stay focused, we should be able to come out on top, right? We should. NV213 said Lakers in 5. I haven't changed up. Yeah, I got them in 6 or 7 because I do believe Golden State will win 1 or 2 games. Now, if they go in 5, I'm happy. If we sweep, I'm ecstatic, right? So I hope I'm wrong about Lakers in 6, but I'll take Lakers any way, shape, or form. How are you going to give fouls if you're outside the 3-point shooting line? That's what I'm saying, Johnny. This is what I'm saying is that there's no logic. And I feel like a lot of these youngsters, man, they got to learn the game a little bit better before they take to social media and comment crazy stuff, right? This is why it's our jobs as adults to teach these kids that basketball is not all about 3-point shooting and highlights and flashy play style. We talked about this yesterday on Around the League, so hopefully you guys tuned in for that. But, basketball is about the fundamentals. Basketball is about paying attention to detail and executing, right? Both on the fast break and in the half-court set, right? I'm not saying that Golden State doesn't pay attention to detail or whatever, but as far as their shot IQ is way lower than the Lakers one. Johnny Sim says Pat and Russ should get a ring. Good for LA by looking classy. Look, under the NBA rules, right? I believe if you were with the team for half of the season, you get a ring, right? But I'll say this, yeah, Jeannie Buss is she's a sweetheart. She's gonna give them a ring most likely. But what I'll say is it's embarrassing for Westbrook and Patrick Beverly be bragging about it, like talking about we can't wait to get our ring, bro. Yeah, they did not earn these. If it does happen, we got to see it through first. That's the most important part. We got to get there first, right? Then we'll have the conversation. But that's embarrassing. They're trying to get a participation award, and this is exactly why I'd never liked their personalities. They're all about themselves. See, even in that sense that they're still worried about individual, they're worried about a ring when they're out of the playoffs. They should be quiet, enjoying themselves in Cancun. I don't want to listen. Go away. Let the real team, let the big boys have this conversation. Let the real teams that are left in the NBA talk about basketball. All these other players have been eliminated. Y'all were yapping. Y'all were talking smack. Patrick Beverly said, "We're gonna eliminate the Clippers. The Lakers, right? That's what he said. That's my goal, to eliminate the Lakers." Well, you failed at your goal. Number one. Number two, the ultimate goal should always be a championship. That's why you don't have a ring. Okay. And then Russell Westbrook, he was probably the worst player we've had on the Lakers since Smush Parker. And if you look at, and I'm not even trying to hate on him anymore, this is just me being factual. If you look at pound for pound, he's got to be the worst Laker ever. And I'm not talking about skill set because he still has some skills and stuff, right? If we're talking about skill set, then it's probably Smush or Kwame or somebody. But if we're talking about how much he got paid versus his production versus his, the team chemistry, the lack of team chemistry, and him being toxic, he's got to be the worst. So for him to even open his mouth, right? For him to say anything, it's embarrassing. Like man, I don't get it. One of those things. Hi, Dan. I'm not cussing people out on Twitter anymore. Why not? What happened? Did you get in trouble? Oh no, sis. Don't do it. How you doing? Good to see you. I'll say this, man. The Lakers will probably give them the championship rings, but that don't mean they're champions. That means they just have some hardware. They got something they can, I guess, brag if they want to their personal friends. But a real basketball fan's never going to look at that and be like, Russell Westbrook was a part of a championship. No. Russell Westbrook was the biggest problem that we had to get rid of to become real championship contenders. And we talked about it for over a year, right? And the problem was he came here. He didn't come with the right attitude. He was all about himself, and these are the results, right? Now you're out of the postseason. You could have been a part of something special. You couldn't look in the mirror, right? And so, it is what it is, man. I don't care if they get a ring or not, but I will never call Russell Westbrook a champion for this season, no matter what happens with the Lakers, never. Bottom line is this, man. I was passionate about the subject because I thought, man, these guys will never humble themselves. Even after they're out, they're still out here embarrassing themselves. You know what I mean? Like, that's embarrassing to me. But hey, to each his own, right? That's how they feel. That's how they feel. Johnny said, if we destroy Golden State zone defense by making shots, easy dub. They're going to play some zone for sure, but the best way to break the zone, everybody knows, is to attack the middle. Do not, if you don't have the shot going, do not settle. All right, that's what I want. Now, if we have the shot going, they're going to get off of that zone real quick. I do expect them to double team Anthony Davis a lot more in this game because they really don't have an answer one-on-one for him. Like Kevon Looney is just like he's just stoned. Like he definitely has stone feet compared to Anthony Davis. He can run circles around him and still get the dunk or the layup. And Draymond Green's too short, too small, right? Who are they going to throw on AD, right? Unless they get away with fouls and stuff, they won't be able to stop him. So their best bet is to double team him or to play zone defense. Now, again, the Lakers should practice on how to break the zone, right? They should cut down the middle and either kick it to somebody and hopefully they knock down shots. But if that doesn't work, you got to attack down the middle. You got to find the gaps. You got to stay aggressive. Don't let the defense dictate what you do. You got to dictate what the defense does, right? We want to be in control. And let's keep playing to our advantages. Let's not switch up just because we won one game and all of a sudden think we can just jack up shots and hope to get hot. No, we're making the shots. Good job. Keep shooting the high efficiency ones, but I still want Anthony Davis. Park down low. Don't settle for threes. I want LeBron James to attack. I want to see more pick and rolls. I want to see the ones I want to see shooting wide open shots are D'Angelo, Austin Reeves, Rui, guys that are more known for knocking down shots. AD, I guess if we're up 14 or 15, it's okay, I guess, but I would much prefer him, from 15 feet in towards the basket. Thoughts on Bud firing Lakers assistant coach soon? Coach Budenholzer, man, he was a champion with the Milwaukee Bucks. He did a tremendous job while he was there, but he was going through some stuff, right? I don't want to really judge him too much because for those of you that don't know, he lost a family member during the playoffs, right? So he lacked calling timeout. Sometimes he reminded me of what Darvin Ham does sometimes, where he kind of doesn't pay attention to detail. But overall, I mean, his track record is great. He's a great head coach. He's a champion. He helped bring a championship to Milwaukee, a franchise that never had won a championship. So I feel bad for him, man. But at the same time, it is a business. Milwaukee felt they wanted to go in a different direction. I can't criticize them because guess what? We also fired Frank Vogel, and he was 2 years removed from a championship. And I still think that was the right move, right? Just like when we fired Luke Walton, that was definitely the right move. So sometimes, the fan base and the front office especially see something that we outside casual fan, like we're not really diehard fans of the Bucks, so we don't see the glaring issues. We just watch game to game, right? So maybe they see something we don't. I don't know. But I wish him the best, man. Good guy. I'm sure he might take some time off to grieve or whatever, but I'm sure he'll be back in the NBA because somebody's going to want him. As well as Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is another coach that won a championship for Toronto and got fired. And some people say that's a fit in Milwaukee. But whatever the case may be, I wish him the best, man. Good dude for sure. Dan, I heard rumors that Dylan Brooks requested a trade to Lakers. How did that clown honestly think we would bring him to our team after the disrespect and BS he had towards us? Those are fake rumors. Nobody's requesting a trade in the offseason right now. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, he's an unrestricted free agent. You know what I mean? So you can't listen to every rumor you read, man. A lot of stuff is out there on the web for clickbait. The legit rumors, I will be breaking them down here on the live. So if you hear me talk about it, it's probably legit, right? And even some of those you got to question, right? Even when guys like Shams and Woj tweet stuff, most of the time it's accurate, but sometimes even that can be a little questionable. Bottom line is this, man. You don't believe everything you read on the internet, right? Half of what you like, what does the saying go? Nothing you hear and only half of what you see, right? AD needs to take 20 field goal attempts. I would love that very much so because you putting pressure on the defense. They're all of a sudden they're scrambling. You get them in foul trouble, and if not, you're gonna get some easy hoops, right? So yeah, I want us to play high efficiency basketball. Same thing with LeBron. I mean, dude is unstoppable going to the rim, right? And then some post moves. He has some nice post moves as well. He can back an opponent down, hit him with a turnaround jump shot, either over either elbow, either shoulder, left or right. I like those shots. Those are high efficiency shots. Whether he makes or misses them, you're making the defense work. Now, I think it's crucial that the Lakers move the ball, spread the wealth around a little bit. And just like the last game, we had 5 guys in double figures, almost 6. Vanderbilt was 2 points away from being our 6th guy in double figures. So, I think that's the key, that we hit them from every direction so they can't adjust. They don't know if it's going to be AD which it primarily should, or D'Angelo or Austin Reeves might have a breakout game, or Rui off the bench, or Dennis, or LeBron, or AD. And that's the beauty of having depth, right? That is the beauty of having depth. You think we can scoop up these ex-head coaches as assistants? That would be something interesting to see because Coach Bud gave Darvin Ham an opportunity, so maybe Darvin Ham will repay that, right? So we'll see. That is definitely a good question right there, man. Are you gonna watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3 tomorrow? Yes, sir. I've been waiting for it, man. I've been waiting for Guardians of the Galaxy. It's probably one of my favorite Marvel franchises, man. It's really fun. It's funny. It has a good storyline to it, and sometimes it touches the heartstrings a little bit. So I love me some Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't wait to see it tomorrow, man. I cannot wait to see it tomorrow. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. But I feel good. Listen, I feel good about tonight's game, right? Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, buddy. Look, Lakers got nothing to lose. We coming in here. We're going to try to get greedy. If we execute like we did the last game, we execute the game plan. We don't let them take us out of our game plan. We don't turn the ball over. We don't let the officials get in the way. We will come out victorious. On the other hand, if the Lakers get complacent, they're satisfied with the one win, knowing we're going back home, and this is one of the worst road teams the Warriors are, knowing that, like, believing we got the 2 home games, so it doesn't matter what happens here, then the Lakers will lose. So it depends what mindset they come out with. Hopefully they listen to coach. They listen to LeBron, because LeBron has been serious, man. This is probably the most serious I've seen LeBron in a playoff run in a while, right? It's been a while since we've seen him like this, probably since he was in Cleveland the last time they had a playoff run. So he's very serious. Minimal smiles. There's a couple smiles here and there, but that's normal. But he's very serious and focused, and I think he has his team locked in. You guys saw what we did to Memphis. Now look what we might do to Golden State, right? And I would not be shocked at all if we win tonight. Matter of fact, I would be hyped if we win tonight. Both of the flags coming out of that happens, and I hope we do. I really do. I wish Malik Beasley found his shot. He would have impacted in this game. He hasn't even found minutes. And I actually give Darvin Ham props for that, because he shortened up his rotation a little bit, but it has worked. We've been more efficient as a result. I mean, we dropped, 117 points the last game, right? So we've been more efficient by having less, Malik Beasley. He was, unfortunately, he's a shooter, and if he's not doing that properly, then he's just an extra person out there, right? It's like playing 5-on-4. We don't need that. If anything, I'd much rather play Max Christie or Lonnie Walker, because at least Lonnie can slash, and when he's knocking down his shots, he's pretty good. And then Max Christie at least will give you defense. So if we had to choose another guard or a wing, I'm inserting one of those guys for sure. Sup, Nuggets, baby? He said, love you, bro. Love you too, man. He said, I definitely think you guys can win tonight. What improvement would you like to see from your Lakers? And was there something you weren't pleased with in game 1? Great questions, bro. Appreciate you, man. Improvements I would like to see from the Lakers is don't settle for threes, right? We had 25 threes, which is okay. But if we can bring that down to 20, I'm better off, because we're not a 3-point shooting team. However, if we knock down a couple and we got it going, that's cool, but just don't fall in love with it. With all our advantage is in the paint. Take advantage of it. Attack, stay aggressive, get them into foul trouble, put the pressure on the officials to make the call. If they don't make the call, you're at least wearing them down defensively, so that now they don't have the same legs offensively. What I didn't like about game 1 was Darvin Ham subbing out Vanderbilt with 6 minutes to go and us losing a 14-point lead. Coach, you cannot do that in the playoffs, because that might cost you. And if it does, that'll be the talk of the town, right? So that's the only thing I didn't like about game 1. Outside of that, I love everything. I like the fact that Darvin shortened his rotations and didn't play Malik Beasley. I like the fact that he called the timeout after they went on a 10-2 run to start the game. And then after that, we adjusted and stopped settling for threes. I liked a lot of things that I saw. It was just that minor detail. And people will say, well, Dan, Vanderbilt needed rest. Okay, you could have called a timeout. We still had 2 left. Sometimes coach sits on those timeouts and we end the game without him using them. So this would have been a perfect time to call a timeout, let him catch his breath, or at least take him out only 1 or 2 minutes to, and then bring him back. You cannot take him out for the damn near whole 6 minutes, right? Especially when he was playing, amazing defense like that, right? He was having a masterclass defensive performance, and you take him out, they go on a 14-0 run. That was no accident. So great question. That is my answer. Legend said, hoy Dan, ¿hablas español, compa? Claro que sí hablo español. He asked me if I speak Spanish. Of course, man. Lakers so deep. I remember the beginning of the year. he Hell all point guards. Yeah, bro, we turned it around. This is why I kind of was upset about. I was upset about the fact that our guy Rob Palenka didn't even finish top three in and GM of the year or executive of the year, and it just shows how biased they are. But it is what it is. They vote for it. Other opposing GMs vote for it, and we're not favored it because we whoop their ass, year in and year out. So, um, did you see Snoop praising Reeves on Undisputed? Oh man, listen, I have a love-hate relationship with Snoop Dogg. First of all, Snoop Dogg is a great person, man. He gives back to the community. He inspires children. He has his own, I think he still has his Pee Wee football team. I'm not sure if he still does. He does a lot for the community in Los Angeles. A Long Beach native, so we basically neighbors. I'm a Compton native, right? So I love Snoop. I love his music. I grew up on it. All that good stuff. But he's been disappointing me lately with his coverage of just what he said the other night. Kind of added to the fuel to the fire. He already was seen somewhere rocking, Clipper colors, and then before he's been seen rocking Warrior jerseys. And I get it; they're celebrities, right? They're gonna associate and basically we can't hold them to the same standard, I guess, as us because we're diehard fans. We don't have those friendships with the players and stuff. So this dude's double dipping. He called Curry the greatest potential point guard ever, which is blasphemy. We all know it's Magic Johnson by a mile, right? 3-point shot's not going to change that. And so I love Snoop, but at the same time, bruh, like I cannot take his all of his takes serious, right? I can't because he's got a lot of friends in the NBA, and so he's not going to say anything super controversial. This is what they call a fair weather fan, right? Try to keep all parties happy. But me, I'm different. See, I don't got friends in the NBA, right? I don't have to suck up to people. You know what I'm saying? Like I can speak my mind. That's the advantage of being just a diehard fan, right? I can stay true to my colors, right? Purple and gold, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. But hey, I'm no gatekeeper. If that's what he wants to go do, that's what makes him happy. Hey, by all means, go for it. He said, please, Warriors, no accidental injuries. Let's keep it clean. Talk to him, Johnny, because they foul a lot. Did you see? And by the way, there was a bunch of clips on the web of Draymond Green just moving on all his screens. And I told you guys it would happen. They get away with murder, okay? For being one of the most finesseful teams that draw the most fouls, they get away with murder, right? Now, luckily, we played a very clean game one. I expect this one to get, muckier and murkier. And I expect them to get a bit more benefits of the call because we won game one, and we know the NBA is probably not going to want us to win this game because then you have the potential to sweep, and that's not what they want for such a marquee matchup with all these stars and all this history on these franchises. They probably wanted to go 6 or 7, right? This is why my prediction was 6 or 7 Lakers, right? More likely 6. So look out for. Listen, if you have high blood pressure, man, just relax. Know that the Lakers are in control of this series, regardless of what happens tonight. And don't get too upset, but I expect it to really be punching the punching bag today from some of these calls. Like I already mentally prepared because I know it's coming. I know the BS is coming, especially after all that sucking up Steve Kerr was doing, that reverse psychology. Oh yeah, the officials were great. They're an attacking team. We're a 3-point shooting team. All of that finessing the officials is with a purpose. This guy is a vet, right? He's been in the league. He's won championships as a player, now as a coach. He knows what he's doing. He's buttering up these officials so that they can get him all the calls. Let's see if it works tonight. I think it will. Good guy. He said Boogie Cousins and Avery Bradley got LA rings. Boogie cut during the season. Bradley didn't even go to the bubble. So sadly, Russ and Pat get a ring if we win. And I'm okay with it. What I don't want to hear them is running their mouth because you're talking about two very toxic players that didn't do anything positive for this organization, right? And they're acting entitled like, yeah, I'm going to be waiting for my ring. No, you're not. Shut the hell up and you'll be lucky if we send it through mail. We're definitely not. We shouldn't present them no ceremony with a video tribute, right? Because it's gonna be none for bricks for Westbrook, and it's gonna be none but yapping for Patrick Beverly. So yeah, that's not gonna happen how they envision it, where they think, oh, I'm finally a champion. No. Nobody's calling you a champion, right? Even if you get them rings, right? Might as well be the prop rings I have back here. At that point, I should get a ring if that's the case, But hey, bottom line is this. Whatever happens, I understand. Jeannie's very classy. She's awesome. If she gives them to him, I'm not mad at her. But I don't want to be talking about Russ and Pat around this time of the year when the Lakers are in the playoffs, and that's who we should be talking about. So that'll be the last time I mention it. As far as that goes, you guys heard my take on it. Let's get greedy, man. It's time to talk playoff basketball, Laker basketball, and the 8 teams that are still relevant. Johnny says, if we win the series, Darv don't got to play 3G lineup anymore, the 3-guard lineups. Yeah, listen, all I want Darvin to do is to play the players that are being effective, whether it's 3 guards or 3 forwards or whatever. Wenyen Gabriel, I thought was tremendous with his energy. I think he should be our backup big for the foreseeable future. Interesting little nugget. It turns out Mo Bamba was still injured from his ankle, right? So there were some critics that were saying we are crazy for wanting to see Mo Bamba play. Listen, that means Mo Bamba most likely would have played, but I guess he's still hurt. And we just got an update today. So maybe that's why they haven't played him. Maybe we'll see him at some point in the playoffs. Who knows? But all I know is that I'm excited for tonight, baby. I'm excited, man. Let's get greedy. Let's go up 2-0, heading back home. Imagine ESPN will for sure have to praise us if that happens. You're going to see them start changing their tune real quick. Stephen A. went from removing LeBron from the GOAT list to, you got to give them their props. Watch, he's going to switch up so quick. It's going to be ridiculous. We might even be the favorites for the entire playoffs if that happens. So I really want us to win just to see the hypocrisy from these pundits and these critics because I love it. I love to see the flip, right? When we've been here all year sticking by our team. So let's see what happens. Chadwick said, I'll be honest. I'll be shocked if the Lakers lose today just because we got AD, Bron, and D and rebounds with role players. Yeah, we're solid, man. And it's not about being shocked. It's more about the world expects us to lose tonight. So we use that as a motivation and we come out even extra motivated. We're just too talented for this team. That's the bottom line. And I've said it even before the playoffs started, after the trade deadline. I said, now we have a real contender. Now I believe we can compete for the championship because of the depth we have. I mean, Jared Vanderbilt always been a good player. I didn't even think that was a possible trade. I mean, we literally got rid of Russell Westbrook. We added the better Russell and D'Angelo at these points of their career. We added Vanderbilt, a top-notch defender, now my favorite perimeter defender in the league today. And we also added Beasley, who, by the way, hasn't panned out. But let's not forget the Rui Hachimura trade. That was another awesome trade. And I mean, Kendrick Nunn and 2 second-round picks for a guy like Rui, who has a bright future, who's already contributing in his first playoff run. That's awesome, right? And then you sprinkle in the fact that we got rid of Patrick Beverly, who honestly, offensively, we were breaking everything with him out there in the starting lineup. And defensively, he was overrated. He had maybe a handful of good games all season long, right? He had like 35 bad games and 5 good ones before the trade deadline. So, he definitely was not worth it. And as you can tell, he couldn't even get his Chicago Bulls into the postseason. So that tells you like the impact that people were claiming he was going to have was overrated, just like I suspected when we acquired him. And so it's one of those things. I told you guys they were going to try to go smaller. And I thought it was going to be Draymond. But check it out. The Warriors are starting JaMychal Green in place of Kevin Looney. Yo, you heard it here first. Warriors going even smaller. I told you guys. See, they're so predictable. They had that nice little spurt where they caught up and they said, their eyes lit up. They said, oh, this is the key to beating us. But this is where we got to get smart. Let's freaking just attack the paint. They got 0 rim protection. Let's cook these suckers, man. They want to hit threes. Before they hit 2 threes, we should have 10 twos. And that's how we're going to win. That's how we're going to win tonight. All right. I feel even better about our chances now. But the Lakers cannot try to switch up our game plan to match theirs. We got to continue to do what we're going to do. Didn't I tell you guys? I knew they were going to try to switch it. I said, don't be shocked if they go with like Wiggins at the 5. They went with JaMychal Green just because he had a couple threes. I'm telling you, man, this is Steve Kerr is such an overrated coach. He's a champion, sure, but he's really benefiting off of what Mark Jackson has done with that to that roster. And matter of fact, they were drafting way better when Mark Jackson was there because he put his input in there, right? If you guys listen to the stories, it was a big reason why they drafted Draymond and Clay. If you look at their recent players they've drafted, they've kind of been bust. I don't like to label that. I don't like to label young players bust, right? But by definition, I mean, they got the big man. I already forgot his name. That's how irrelevant he is. And I actually think they underdeveloped him. I think he's going to be solid. But they gave up on him too quick at the number 2 pick. He's already in Detroit. Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, none of those guys have made a name for themselves. They kind of missed in the draft. So, again, I think it's a very predictable move by Steve Kerr, who still thinks he's in the league because he coaches a team like if he was. That's why he said Jordan Poole's shot was good. Yeah, because Kerr likes shooting threes. So anybody who shoots threes, that's cool with him. And this is he put a role player on Anthony Davis. AD should be offended. He should go off for 50 tonight. He really should. AD should go off for 50 just to stick it to this 3-point shooting coach because I'm so sick of that style, man. Steve Kerr and Curry really trying to ruin the league. JaMychal Green on Anthony Davis. I'm telling y'all, man, I love it. I love it. I really hope, I pray to God the Lakers win tonight now, just so we can defeat this horrible style of small ball BS. I hate it. I cannot stand that style. I don't even like when the Lakers do it, right? Let alone Golden State, the team we're playing. So what are you guys' thoughts on JaMychal Green, right? Trying to guard AD. Now, they might put Draymond on AD, but come on, man. AD got to go to work tonight. AD got to go to work. Same thing with LeBron. There's no rim protection. They got to go to work, and they're going to try to bring in Kevon Looney. Man, this is when off the bench, this is when I really wish Mo Bamba was healthy because I would plug him in there with my other big in Wenyen Gabriel and really give him fit so he's not crashing the glass and getting offensive rebounds. Because they're probably thinking, we're going to cook the bench now, right? Because we got Kevon Looney coming off the bench. Nah. Lakers got to come out strong. We got to exploit this small ball BS, man. That's hilarious. JaMychal Green starting. What do you know? And listen, I was just about to get off too. I was just about to get off when I seen my Twitter feed go off. And again, JaMychal Green in place of Kevin Looney. Ridiculous, man. Wow. He said Dan got his crystal ball cooking. I'm telling, it's one of those things when you pay attention to detail. It's not really like this is nothing really special, guys. It's just I pay a lot of attention to detail in basketball, and I saw. Remember, I told you guys before this was even announced that Steve Kerr was probably gonna have his eyes light up by a small ball BS, and he was gonna try to go that way. Insane, right? Insane how predictable they are. But hey, the Lakers can't get complacent, man, because if we lose this game, all of a sudden they're gonna think they have the recipe to beating us. So let's go out here and take care of business. Now I feel like 2 times more confident that we can win this game. As long as we stay within our formula and play with the similar or more aggression than we did game 1. That's the key. He said they are starting him to pull AD from the rim. Listen, man, AD, bro, you got to post up. You got to go work on JaMychal Green. We're going to need JaMychal Green to change his last name to JaMychal Purple from how tired he's going to be guarding you. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. Listen, I'm fired up. I'm ready. I'm going to go grab my popcorn, guys. It's going to wrap it up for me pregame. JaMychal Green trying to guard AD or even Draymond. I mean, both of those. AD, man. I'll be disappointed if you don't at least get 30. At least get 30 on these suckers, man. And LeBron, if it ain't AD, they might double AD. This is what might happen. I told you guys, they might try to double AD because now they got quicker defenders. And that's when LeBron got to dive to the basket. And then if they switch off on him, somebody's going to be wide open. They knock off the shots. They might start Kevin Looney in the second half, okay? So we got to make sure that we attack these suckers down the middle all day. Just shove the basketball down their throats and just go to work. Go to work all game long. That's going to wrap it up for me, baby. I will catch you guys here for the halftime. Let's see if the Lakers stick to the game plan or if they let Steve Kerr's little magic trick affect them or change their game plan, all right? Hopefully, it's the first thing we mentioned, and we continue to stay aggressive. I will see you guys. Enjoy the game. Go Lakers, baby.